With our partner 21 Shares, which is the largest crypto ETP provider in the world, mainly European focused, we are launching 5 ETFs. The strategies are going to be around Bitcoin futures, Ethereum futures, one will be Bitcoin futures and cash, one will be Bitcoin futures and Ethereum futures, and then the last one will be broader Bitcoin and companies exposed to digital assets, right, equities.
Cathie Wood gives us an update on the approval for all 12 pending spot Bitcoin ETF applications, which could be as early as November 17th, according to the Securities and Exchange Commission. The SEC reportedly has a window to give the green light to these applications, including Grayscale Investments' conversion of its Grayscale Bitcoin Trust. However, even if the SEC grants approval by November 17th, there could be a delay of more than a month before the actual launch. The potential obstacle to the spot Bitcoin ETF approval may lie in Gary Gensler's political ambitions. Despite Gensler's in-depth knowledge of Bitcoin as the SEC chair, it's puzzling to find a logical reason for his reluctance to support a spot ETF. ARK Invest CEO Cathie Wood highlights the decentralized and transparent nature of the Bitcoin network, making manipulation highly unlikely. Wood notes Gensler's prior teaching experience in crypto and blockchain at MIT before becoming SEC chair, emphasizing his awareness of this space. In discussing the ETF adoption process and its macro-environmental impacts, Wood also points out reasons that could delay the approval process. Let's get right into the interview with Cathie Wood. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe if you enjoy the content we do here on this channel.
We think there's a place. I think these strategies will be more probably institutionally focused, and then I think the spot coin Bitcoin ETF will be perhaps more retail focused. What's interesting about it is if you look at the pecking order, our filing is next in line.
No, I know you're on the list.
What has happened, the change, is that the SEC actually asked us questions. I think asked us questions, asked BlackRock, probably has asked a lot. Whereas before, our filings were just rejected outright. Of hand.
Okay.
So that is movement. That is significant. And, you know, over the years, I've gotten to know the research people at the SEC, and I'm very impressed. And I was impressed by the questions they asked us, too. So,
what were the kinds of questions they asked?
A lot of them were very technical. They're all about protecting the consumer. And, you know, of course, the showstopper, at least from Gary Gensler's point of view, is he thinks Bitcoin can be manipulated. And, you know, this is a decentralized, transparent network. You can follow all the activity online. It's highly unlikely.
Well, it had to be that.
I have wondered, there's speculation that he's interested in the Treasury Secretary position at some point. What does the Treasury Secretary do?
Protecting fiat for the government?
I mean, very focused on. I don't know. I don't understand it myself, because he definitely understands.
He understands. So there's something else.
Cathie Wood also discusses the widespread anticipation of the Bitcoin ETF with investors, emphasizing the importance of digital wallets, as well as blockchain networks like Solana. The crypto community eagerly awaits further developments, as these analyses and the SEC decision on the Bitcoin ETF are likely to have significant impacts on the market's direction in the days and weeks ahead.
And there could even be a sell on the news. But the fundamentals, we put out a Bitcoin monthly piece every month, and you can see the health of the network using our on-chain metrics. The health of the network is almost as good as it gets. And it seems like this is a bull market. Sure, we'll have puts and takes. Nothing goes straight up. But I think this flight to quality, Larry Fink used that expression. We call it flight to safety. You look at what happened during the regional bank crisis. Bitcoin went from 19,000 to nearly 30,000 as the KRE, the regional bank stock index, was imploding. If you look at the bank stock index today, it is back down close to where it was in March. So when Larry might say flight to quality, which is good, it's true, we would say flight to safety, because there's no counterparty risk. in Bitcoin. We believe Bitcoin will be the better performer longer term. But this is a diversified exposure through equities. There are companies, we're trying to find the company that is going to produce the digital wallet. That will be a very important position. Is it Coinbase? Is it Square with Cash App? Is it Robinhood? In Latin America, is it Mercado Libre or Nubank? So the reason we have focused as much on Ether, Ethereum as we have is we think, that is the smart contract network. That is the decentralized finance network.
So Bitcoin and Ether, anything beyond that?
Well, there are infrastructure players. Solana is doing a really good job. I mean, if you look at Ether was faster and cheaper than Bitcoin in the day. That's how we got Ether. Solana is even faster and cost-effective than Ether. So, there are infrastructure plays. We do believe Web3, digital assets. That's a big idea, actually. Digital assets with property rights.
Cathie Wood recently gave her prediction for the Bitcoin price tsunami that will follow the ETF approval, and points out why she's bullish heading into 2024. ARK Invest has taken a strong position in Bitcoin, especially over the last year, in anticipation of not just the rally, but the next milestone of a six-figure price for BTC.
We have been in effectively a bull market with higher lows since its inception. And here we are again, we're on the way up. I think what happened this year is quite significant. It happened that the Bitcoin moved up during a risk-off, a very important risk-off moment, the regional bank crisis in March. It went from 19,000. This is a long-term chart, so what I'm telling you is an intraday. It hit a low during that regional bank crisis. At 19,000 and shot up to 30,000. Why was that? Flight to quality, as Larry Fink would say. Flight to quality, as we would say. Flight to safety, as we would say. Because there is no counterparty risk here in this decentralized, transparent monetary system. Unlike what happened to the fiat monetary system in 08-09. And I think more people are beginning to understand that this is not just a risk-on asset. When the markets are feeling really good, Bitcoin tends to do very well. But can you believe it's also a risk-off vehicle? And more investors, including institutions, are beginning to understand this.
Cathie Wood points out, with real money now flowing in, she emphasizes that the crypto market has become more significant than ever. Institutional investors are driving the price of cryptocurrency, which will yield massive gains in the next 3 months. Wood believes this will underscore Bitcoin's enduring relevance as an asset and as a hedge against currency devaluation. She anticipates that BTC will continue its parabolic run right into the halving of 2024. Cathie Wood's main focal points this year has also been the movement in crypto legislation in the House, signaling the growing interest in the crypto space. Although crypto legislation might face challenges due to political opposition, Wood advises the company in which she invests to spend heavily now in order to take advantage of huge growth potential. She estimates that ARK's concentration on technology advancement is worth about $7 to $8 trillion, or less than 10% of global equities markets. Emerging markets are relying on digital currency, and Cathie believes that based on the current market outlook, decentralized finance will take over and usurp the roles of most financial services companies. Today, they'll be able to offer lower rates to savers and higher rates to borrowers. What do you think of Cathie Wood's interview on the current financial market? Comment down below. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe for more content just like this. We'll see you in the next video.